So when you're going on the test drive, which I took a good bit of a test drive, and this cable fell down, so I tried to loop it up around that bungee cord there, you know, thinking that would save it. Well, somewhere in my test drive she fell out and I ran over it. So guess what I'm doing? Yep, putting one on. I think the way I'm going to approach this is I'm going to try to take the two out for the gas tank and just pull the gas tank up out of there. I better look and see how much fuel's in there. If there's very much fuel in there, maybe I'll siphon it out into a can. Let me get this in here. Make sure you got that thing going somewhere, because once you hit the on button, look at that thing. Listen, I like it. Now I don't have to get every bit of gas out, but it's two 10mm bolts, one on either side. Oops. And I just about lost it. And a washer on either side, okay? Don't lose your washer. Now let's see if we can pick this up out of here. Like I say, it's probably better to try to empty the gas. Oh, it ain't gonna fit, is it? I got two choices, I guess. Take the cover off of the engine. Whoops, sorry. Here I am shaking, you guys are all facing it. I could take the cover off, or there's some screws right around this. I could take this off and see if I can get me enough room. So a T25. Ain't that the same size that comes in them construction screws? Like, not drywall screws or deck screws, but the construction screws. Anyway, I don't know if it is or not. I'm gonna take these out and see. A lot of times I can get away with taking the gas tank out. This just don't. If I can get these out and get just a little bit of movement on that, maybe I can get it out of there. Now that I got them screws loose, I can pick this up quite a bit more. Is it gonna be enough? Oh, come on, don't tell me it ain't gonna be enough. Oh, come on. Okay, let me see if I can get this out of here somehow. Okay, we got her out. Got her out. Just by a little bit, but we got her out. Now, I can just set this down here. We emptied it. That way you guys can still see. And up in here is what we got. Just a spring holds that in there. Let me see if I can get you a better view, huh? See a difference here? Yeah, this is the brand new one out of that package. Say you're supposed to have the two ears to push in and it clips in place. Well, this one here, the two ears is up here. One of them is completely missing. And you got this mess. So I don't know what happened to it. So I decided to get one from HIPA. HIPA. Alright. Actually, they'd contacted me and they said they'd send me this if I do a review on it. Okay. So far, it's okay. From what I see, I haven't taken it out of the package yet. We'll know here in a minute. So here's that cable. Everything looks good. I mean, The end looks normal. Come down to this end. Looks a whole lot nicer than the other one did. See there, you got them two little things sticking out there. I don't know if you will see it more on the orange. That's what we need to be able to put in there. So there, we're up in here trying to do this. Let me see if I can get you somewhere you can see. Can't see, can you? Okay, GoPro. Okay, so I hope you can see. Here's our spring. And here's that piece that the cable hooks to. Alright, and that's this piece on here, okay? The lever on top. And then, I don't know if you can see, but see right here is where the cable's going to go through and hook. So the first thing we want to do, put our cable up on here. And with everything out of the way, this is pretty easy. Then that washer goes. And there's a groove in the bottom of that spring. And all we got to do is put that spring back over it. And I'm wrong to do that. I can't. I'll have to try to do it on the other side. Sometimes it gets hard because I'm trying to stay out of the camera's way. Okay, so I got that on there. What I ended up having to do, I had to reach up over top and hold the pin down. Okay, because the pin kept wanting to go up in. Now put this back here and push it through the hole. Clip it in. Okay. So you just push that in there and push it in the hole. And then this should work. So now we just got to route that cable down underneath to the deck. Alrighty. Now let's see how hard it's going to be. Can I move you back here? Can you still see? See how hard it's going to be to get this back in there. I had to go several different directions trying to get it in there. If it helps, you can take the fuel line off. So I kind of think this is how I got it in there. And it fits. You got to kind of, I need 2 hands. You got to kind of make it fit. All right. I got to get 2 hands on this. Like I say, if you took the time to take this shroud cover off on this one, you'd probably be, you know, better off. And it wouldn't hurt you to look underneath the shroud if you haven't for a while, for mice nests and stuff like that, or dirt. So we're gonna try to get that on in there. Don't break nothing. Watch your fuel line and stuff, okay? All right, I got it down in there. What was happening was this lip here. I had it down below that bracket. So once I raise it up, now some of these you don't even have to take the tank out. Some of the tank will come out easier. This is but a lot of these could be different, you know, depending on how you got to get that in and out of there. But on this one, that's what we had to do. So now you got to have this emissions hose thing. It says EPA right there on it. It just goes to that vent and then goes down through here and runs through to the ground. That's what this one does. Next thing we'll do is, remember there was a washer and a bolt. We'll put those back in there. Okay, get them all started. And a T25, all right. Just snug these up. They're not going nowhere. Just 1/4 inch stuff here I got. So, and then we're ready to put the, well, once I pick that up, the next step is going to be putting the mower deck underneath of it. Now there's probably several ways you can go about this. But I just ran the cable through here and I don't hook it in that mount yet. It goes in a slot right here, a thing right here. I get it hooked in there first. And a lot of times it's easier to hook it up from below Okay, and then once you get that part, you can just pull this back and hook it in there. Let me see if I can put you somewhere. How about that? Can you see that? Now I want to go back so I can just push my cable back some. Put that in that slot, and then let me make sure I got it the right way. Correct. The little push tab goes to the back. Hook in there. Okay. And then there's supposed to be a little pin that goes in right here to help lock that. But that's in there locked. Okay, so that cable, let's see what happens if we pull it. Okay, it's gonna work. So let's go ahead and put the rest of the deck on. And for that, you just slide it in here. You gotta make sure nothing's in the way. Okay. Remember you had these two that come down here and hook to this, and the washer, and then that front one. Now see that clip? See how I kind of stuck that top piece? Where's the little clip I can show you? See how you got this top piece that hooks up? You stick that in the hole. And see how this curls around and then stops? Even when you're taking them out, you're pulling it down to get this past the clear and then goes out. So you can just put this right in there. Alright, they seem complicated, but they're not. Then on the back, we're going to do the same thing. And I probably have to lift the deck up. Actually, I let the deck adjustment down. Let me go do that. So here we go. I got that cable running down through there, and it was running, it wasn't hooked up to nothing here, just hooked to this when it came in. So I'm not 100% sure the routing it was supposed to be. A lot of them will come in and behind the belt guard and like tied off to here, so I need to snip that off and snip that off. That's what they're getting. That's what they always ran. So you know, make sure that's not in the way of nothing. Now I do have it engaged right now, okay, and you can see the belt's got tension on it. And then if I disengage it, see if I can reach it. Hard to do it from way back under here. So you can see that spring stretches quite a bit, so it's got some tension on it. Hopefully all will be good. I guess we need to get some gasoline in it and try it, huh? Runs, cuts, and it mows. All right, she runs and she cuts and she mows again.